Welcome to this explainer. We're jumping straight into a totally mind-bending description of the afterlife today, pulled directly from the ancient Mahabharata, exactly as the sage Narada told it to Yudhisthira. Now, this isn't your standard, modern interpretation of the great beyond. We're going right to the primary source to uncover a truly spectacular, frankly wild vision.
So what does the ultimate ancient afterlife actually look like? Well, we aren't just talking about a land of quiet clouds or empty floating space. No, we're exploring a massive, intricately designed cosmic assembly house owned by Yama, the god of justice. It's a realm defined by immense scale, staggering demographics, and a sensory experience that literally pushes the boundaries of human imagination.
Section 1, the Cosmic Mansion, a golden splendor.
Right off the bat, to set the scene for this otherworldly tour, we have to talk about the sheer physics and architecture of this place. This number, 100, represents the scale. The text tells us this mansion covers an area of much more than 100 yoginos. To put that ancient measurement into perspective, just a single yojana is often equated to several miles. So, we are talking about a sprawling, colossal structure. And it doesn't just sit in the dark, it shines with the blinding splendor of the sun itself, radiant with its own effulgence.
And here's where it gets really crazy. It wasn't just built by the celestial architect Viswakarma after severe ascetic penances. The entire glowing gold structure can actually move anywhere at Yama's will. Just imagine that for a second. A citadel of pure light, way larger than our biggest cities, simply floating and relocating across the cosmos whenever the god of justice feels like it.
Section 2. A realm free of sorrow, no grief or age.
Okay, so we know the massive scale of this structure, but how does it operate on a personal level? What's really fascinating is how the ancient text contrasts our everyday human struggles with Yama's hall. Out there, it is completely free from evil feelings, grief, or the weakness of old age. While our earthly reality is totally defined by hunger, thirst, and harsh weather, stepping into this golden mansion means leaving all those physiological and emotional burdens right at the door. There's absolutely nothing disagreeable to be found there. Zero.
The amenities? Absolutely unmatched. The climate delights the heart, never too hot, never too cold. And every single object of desire, whether human or celestial, is just readily available. The text specifically highlights these wish-fulfilling trees that yield whatever fruits you could possibly desire from them. There's this huge profusion of sweet, juicy, delicious edibles meant to be licked, sucked, and drunk, alongside waters that are perfectly sweet, whether you happen to prefer them hot or cold.
Section 3. Celestial VIPs, the guest list. So who actually gets to live in this perfect paradise? You've got this moving golden mansion completely free of suffering, right? Who actually makes the cut to get inside? Well, if we peek at Yama's actual ledger, the demographics are staggering. For instance, there are 1,000 kings known by the name of Sabha who earn their place by performing grand horse sacrifices with massive presents given to Brahmanas. We also get these incredibly precise counts, like over 200 Bhishmas, 100 Dhritarashtras, and 80 Janamejayas. It's a highly organized accounting of the virtuous.
The place is absolutely packed with royalty. We're talking 100 kings each from the Matsya, Vipa, and Heya races, hanging out alongside legends like Yayati, Puru, and King Santanu. These are men of grand achievements and deep knowledge of the sastras, all cheerfully waiting upon the son of Vivaswat.
But here's the thing, it's not just an exclusive club for kings. The sheer variety of inhabitants is mind-boggling. Everyone from pure Brahmana sages to all human sinners, and even those who happen to die during the winter solstice, are present here. It is an incredibly diverse cosmic gathering, far more expansive than just a reserved VIP section for the ancient elite.
Section 4. Cosmic Officers and Embodied Nature.
As we dig deeper into these demographics, we hit the most fascinating residents of all, abstract concepts and nature itself. This is where the ancient text truly expands our understanding of reality. It is so cool. Time and death aren't just invisible forces here. Entities like Kala, which translates to time, and Ritu, meaning death, are physically present in the room, worshiping the god of justice. Even deeply abstract concepts like the Wheel of Time and the illustrious conveyor of sacrificial butter exist in this space with actual tangible forms.
And roaming these halls, you have Yama's cosmic officers. Their literal job is to count the exact allotted days of every single living being and thing in existence. Just imagine that, an entire bureaucracy of divine officers existing in this golden mansion, constantly tallying up the exact lifespan of every entity across the universe.
Actually, it gets even more beautifully surreal. Even specific trees and sacred grasses, like the Palasa and Kumasa, have their own embodied physical forms in this assembly. They aren't just landscaping in the background. These plants are conscious entities standing alongside kings and time itself, all waiting upon the god of justice.
Section 5. Eternal Celebration. Divine Joy.
So, what's the vibe of this mansion? Well, it's definitely not a quiet waiting room. You have sannyasis wandering the halls who achieved this state through severe ascetic penance, and you can spot them by their spotless robes, burnished gold earrings, and bodies beautifully painted with the marks of their holy acts. They are pure, they are peaceful, and they quite literally wear their righteous deeds as physical adornments on their shining bodies.
All of this builds into a total sensory symphony. Celestial beings like Gandharvas and Apsaras fill every single corner with endless vocal music, laughter, dance, and the delicious fragrance of floral wreaths. The air is just thick with excellent perfumes and sweet sounds, making it a place of supreme, unending bliss. The sheer scale of this devotion is captured perfectly in the source text. It reminds us that this glowing, moving mansion is the ultimate gathering place for hundreds of thousands of virtuous souls. It's a bustling, joyous testament to wisdom and beauty, constantly buzzing with the energy of eternal worship.
So, as we wrap up this explainer on the ancient view of cosmic justice, I want to leave you with a thought to ponder based on Yama's ledger. Knowing that his officers are out there right now counting the days, and looking at the incredible standard of entry to this moving, golden realm, if your allotted days were counted today, would you find a seat in the Golden Hall of Justice? Thanks so much for learning with me today.